This is question number 28 in the June 2013 non-calculator paper. This is the final question, and it's actually quite a challenging question, and it is classed as an A-star topic. The question says, the diagram shows a sketch of the graph y is equal to cos x degrees. Okay, and there's your graph. And the question says, write down, again, so no calculations necessary, the coordinates of the point A, and there is A over there. There's some knowledge that you need to know here. You need to know the cos curve, right? The cosine graph. And the cosine graph is fairly predictable. It is this one cycle here. It actually carries on forever in both directions, but this here is one cycle or one period of the cos curve. And you need to know that this cos curve, the one whole cycle of it is 360 degrees. Okay, and this cycle here is split up into 4 equal parts. That is halfway, that's 180 degrees. That is 3/4 of the way, which is 270. And at A, that is 1/4 of the way, which is 90. Now, just reading this off as a graph, yep, along the corridor up the stairs, well, A is going to be 90, 0. Yeah, 90, 0. And that's what I can plot in that space. In the answer space, I'm going to put 90, 0. Okay, that is pretty straightforward, and it comes from knowing a bit about the cos curve and knowing the fact that a whole cycle looks like this, and a whole cycle is 360 degrees. It is a symmetrical graph. It's broken up into, I could break it up into 4 equal parts, and that makes A, where A is at 90 across, and it's on the x-axis, so that's 0. Let's look at part B. Part B says, on the same diagram, draw a sketch of the graph y is equal to 2 times cos x degrees, or 2 cos x degrees. What that means is it's 2 times cos x, right? So it's the same as this graph here, but we're going to times it by 2. So if you think about what I originally have, this particular graph, cos of, if I think of cos of x, cos of 90 is 0, 2 times that is still 0. If I think about what goes here, cos of 0 is 1, 2 times that takes me to 2, and I'm just going to estimate twice as much. I'm going to go up to 2, and that is where it goes through there. Cos of 180 is minus 1. So 2 lots of cos 180, that's going to take me to minus 2. I think that's pretty much all the way to the end there. And if I use a ruler to help me line this up properly, okay, cos of 270 is 0, so 2 lots of 0 is 0. Cos of 360 is 1, which is there. And 2 lots of cos of 360 is going to be 2, which is twice as high up. So effectively my graph is going to be exactly what this is, but stretched vertically by a scale factor of 2. So I'm going to do it lightly to begin with, and then darken it. And a decent effort at this. It doesn't need to be a work of art. And there you go. Okay, that is particularly adequate. It doesn't need to be dark or pressed on particularly hard. It needs to be noticeable. Try to avoid putting double lines and make sure that you've actually hit the main markers there there, 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 and there. Okay, those are the main points. And just think about what we were trying to do. We were trying to draw the graph of cos 2 cos of x. Y is equal to 2 cos of x. See the link between that and part A and make sure you're able to do it. If you're aiming for an A star, this is a definite, and it's a definite easy bit of 2 marks to get, so make sure you do get it.